Hey you guys, welcome to Mike Reed Outdoors. Thanks for watching. In this video guys, I'm out here in this cold weather to teach you guys some survival techniques about how to survive in cold weather. This is going to be a how to survive in cold weather video. So guys, when in a survival situation, survival guys is just like anything else. You got to be solving the problems that you have in this type of situation. Here it's 23 degrees, it's spitting snow, it's cold, the wind chill factor is probably 12 degrees. And the first problem I have to solve guys is find a place to make a shelter. And I'm going to try to find a place that's already got a rock overhang here in the woods so that I don't have to create a shelter, because that's going to take more energy, cause me to sweat, and if you sweat guys and don't get yourself warm, you're going to freeze to death. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to solve the problem of finding a shelter. We're going to solve the problem of fire. We're going to solve the problem of getting us something to drink, water, which is one of the main things we got to have, and of course food if that's necessary. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Okay, there's a rock overhang guys, so there's a pre-made shelter, and I think it's going to be out of the wind. So what I got to do now is get inside there, clean it out a little bit. Looks to me like it's there's been like a forest fire burned through here or something. So I'll get in there and clean it up some and get us a place there to get us a fire going, or see if we can get us a fire going. Get backpack off. It's really cold out here guys. This ain't nowhere near funny. So you can imagine if you're in a real survival situation, first one of these problems you're going to want to solve in cold weather is shelter. That's what I've got right here. So get these wood out of the way. It looks to me like a forest fire has come through here just in recent months and burned some of this. So I'm gonna go out here and see if I can find some fat wood somewhere. Hope it ain't burn all the fat wood up around here, and see if I can get a fire started in this, underneath this rock. Okay guys, I did find a half chunk of stuff there that I think is pretty good fat wood. Looks like it is. So we'll put that over here under my fire. Another thing is this charred wood, well that's a leaf right there, but any of this charred wood that you see for a forest fire, where a forest fires went through, that stuff will catch fire really easy because it's already been charred. Get me enough fat wood off of here. Man, you talk about the wind blowing today, boy, it's blowing. Looks like that's going to catch. Guys, I had a little old brown piece of toilet paper in my backpack there, and that's how I got that fat wood started right there. I hope that burns. Well guys, right there is survival reality. It's been 30 minutes and that wet wood, that's all the fire I've got in that wet wood right now. Even with that fat wood under there. Everything has been rained on for the last 24 hours. And it is windy. You can see how the wind's changing. This fire is really hard to get going. Well, thank God I got that thing going. I like to froze to death guys just trying to get this fire started right here. My kneecaps, where I've been kneeling on that frozen ground, both of them are numb. So you can imagine if you're out here guys and you ain't got no matches or anything like that to build a fire with, and you had to try to build you a friction fire on a day like this guys, you'd probably freeze to death if you didn't have no way to get out of this cold weather right here. So now I've solved the problem of fire. Now I'm going to see if I can find us some food to eat. got my shelter, got my fire going. See if we can find us some kind of food. And the only thing that I know around here right now, guys, is going to be pine bark. Okay, you guys, I just went out there and just cut a small limb off of a pine tree. This stuff is actually almost froze today. That's how cold it is. Of course, it's been raining. But we'll take that outside layer of bark off. You've seen me do this before. We just take that inside layer that's right up against the tree, that part right there, and eat it. These young ones don't taste bad at all. Now, my mouthful. We can actually take this bark, guys, and we can roast it right beside of the fire or in the fire and dry it out some. And it will taste just a little bit different and might even taste just a little bit better. But in a survival situation, this is the way you can do it. Just plain old sit here and eat it right beside of your campfire, just like I'm doing right here. Now, talk with my mouth full. Another main thing, guys, we got to have is water. So I've got to solve that problem. Well, we're already solved the food problem now, the shelter problem, and finally, the hardest thing I solved here is the fire problem. So now I'm going to see if I can find us some water out here. Okay, you guys, like I told you, it's been raining now for 24 hours. That's how I'm going to solve the water problem right there. That's right on the dripping off of these rocks. I could also gather up some of that snow, but there's one way of solving that problem. It might have got dirty when I dropped it, guys, but that don't make no difference. So I'll let that melt there beside of the fire. Tell you what, guys, that wind is absolutely howling. One thing about it, you won't always be carrying your sleeping bag with you, folks. But you can carry your 2 or 3 of these little blankets in your backpack. Question about it. A night like tonight, you didn't have that way right there to store your energy, your body heat, you'd probably freeze to death. Because you're not going to stay up all night, guys, trying to keep that fire going, I don't think. But I feel the heat off of that campfire reflecting through and being absorbed through this little survival blanket right here. So we've solved the problems, guys. We've solved the problem of the shelter. We've solved the problem of the fire. We've solved the problem of water, which I have right here. letting it cool down. Yeah, you can see it. Not very much out of them sickles, but enough to hydrate you. But that's the way you do it. So guys, learn something from this video. If you don't get out and practice survival, guys, you won't be any good at it. And you probably get yourself in a situation sometime where you wish you had done it. Because the hardest thing for me here today was to get that fire right there started. Because everything is just absolutely wet. So, guys, I appreciate you watching my videos. God bless you, and have yourself a great day.